G'day, hey, welcome back. It's Tom at Tarndwarncoort. You might have caught a little bit of mum spinning on the way past there. So if you're related or if you happen to be watching and that's your grandmother whose birthday it was yesterday, maybe say hi.
Hello, Olivia.
We know you're out there, Olivia. Hey, thanks for joining us and for having a look around the wool shop. This is part of the big wool show weekend, and so it's really nice that people are able to be on their couch at home or out and about and be able to tune into our little part of the world down here in Australia. So on our farm here we grow Polworth wool, and we have that wool turned into various products for wool crafters to use. And so we're just going to show you what some of them are around the shop just now. Our shop is at the homestead at Tarndwarncoort. That's that word there, Tarndwarncoort. Really hard to say for a lot of people, but you know, we're encouraging you to give it a go. It's a Aboriginal word, so in Gulidjan language, Tarndwarncoort refers to the hills here, resembling the way a bandicoot jumps around, and so there's a real strong connection there to the people before us here at Tarndwarncoort. If you can't get it out though, Tarndie, Tarndie, is going to work, and that's our website. So come for a little bit of a walk. While we do, I'm just going to pick up some stuff and show you about it. You might have come across Yarnology magazine. 1, 2, number 3 is going to be here in a second. So if you're interested in some interesting stories about Australian craft, yarns, production, there's stories and inspiration rather than sort of actual patterns and that sort of stuff. So it's all about the background to yarn in Australia and New Zealand. Check it out. In our little shop we've got other bits and pieces that are related to sheep. Look, it's got a sheep on it, Bar-M-U. These are great lanolin products from South Australia that people enjoy. Bit of soak, which you're probably familiar with, but that's a great way to rev up your garments and get them smelling well. There's a nice little book there that Uncle Noel wrote. A really nice wool wash that the amazing Judith Mitchell from Melbourne's made. And also there's aftercare stuff. So once you've got your beautiful garment, obviously with wool you're going to have a little bit of extra care that you need to do. We've got these awesome corded shavers, so good for de-pilling any garments that might need it. Our kind of main bag, our main thing is this. So it's Polworth wool in natural colours. It's a bit hard to see. In a second we're going to go out into the light, but they're the natural colours of the yarn, and it's spun in New Zealand after being scoured in Geelong. So it's a sort of Australia New Zealand kind of product. We've got that in 8-ply and 4-ply here as well. It's a nice soft yarn. It's about 22-23 micron, so that gives it a little bit of extra durability and holds on to that softness. So the thing that spinners enjoy about it is loft in the fibre, so that it's, even though it's worsted spun, it's still got a lot of air inside the fibres that give it a bit of volume and lightness as well. So knitting, crochet is a good thing. This is a pattern by Shelley Husband called Dotty Spotty. We've got the patterns here as well for that to make a really nice blanket out of an 8-ply. 5 of the main colour, 1 each of the contrasting colours. Great project. So commercially dyed stuff, yarn, sorry. We're a little light on for some of our stock. So on our website, we've got a section that says what's in stock, and that gives you an indication of what colours we have in a quantity that you can make something with. So have a look at what's in stock in near the online shop area. Look out, everybody. Another thing that we enjoy having here is classes. And so at the minute there's a spinning class to come and have a look at. See, look, spinning. And everybody's really studiously not looking at the camera because they're spinning like mad over here. So it's really nice to that these guys are learning to spin. Like, this is class number 3 out of 4. And look at those wheels purr and that fibre just spinning itself correct. All right. Got a fine yarn here that's good for commercial knitting and also for hand weaving, but it's also a really nice yarn to incorporate into other with others, so knitting it together with another yarn. So this is called NM 223, or on our website it's just called a very fine yarn because it's very fine. And around the corner we do hand dyeing here as well, so there's a bunch of various colours and styles of hand dyed yarn. They're all kind of one of a kind, so there's no chance that you're going to find one like it again. We encourage people to buy enough that's going to get through a garment, because we unfortunately can't really repeat these ones. I'm going to go for a little step outside. Just because it's a bit easier to get the colour on this one. We've just had a new yarn spun up, which is a 5-ply, a 3-strand 5-ply, in this natural chocolate brown. So it's a really deep sort of colour. The micron's around about 23, and what's really special about this yarn is that it's been entirely produced in our neighbourhood. So it's gone to Geelong for scouring to wash out all the grease, and then it's gone to Bacchus Marsh, which is about another hour away, to be put into top, and then it's been and then another little short trip up the Western Highway to Ballarat, to GOR Woolen Mill, where it's been spun. So it left the farm and 300 kilometres over a little road trip. It came back as a as this. So we're pretty excited to have 100% Australian grown processed yarn, and that means that it's a Australian Fibre Collective registered product, licensed product I should say. So that's quite fun. So it's a 5-ply. It's 100 grams is about 285 meters. It's got quite a nice high twist in it, which means it's going to be good for some cable work and these sorts of things in knitted garments. And that 5-ply is available online as well. We've got about 7 kilos of it, so it won't be around forever, but let's jump onto it. So that's that and tops are our kind of go-to at the moment for spinning. You've seen that it's a good thing to spin. We've got them in 4 colours: white, light grey, dark grey, and like that yarn, that 5-ply, the dark brown as well. The spinning wheels, Mudger Craft spinning wheels, which are really nice. Come around for a look. Spinning wheels, drum carders, and like all good yarn shops, there's coffee. So if you come to the shop, we're going to make you a coffee and you can tell us your yarn story. So that's kind of what's going on in our shop. We'll leave you with a little bit of meditativeness as we look at Mum spin away, and we hope that one day we'll see in the store here, or you can come and stay in our accommodation, or we'll see you online.